YouTube? D4G here, banging out another video. Hey, today we got a versus battle, man. Every once in a while we like to push our nice verses between two fragrances. Today I'm going to be having a versus battle between two Layton clones. We have Lacoste White and Black versus Detour Noir. There can only be one king of the Layton. Let's see which one it is. Let's get it. What YouTube? D4G here, man. So look, bro, we got a Layton battle today, man. I'm excited about this one. Layton is one of the Parfums de Marly fragrances that I'm a big fan of. It's just a great fragrance, man. Apple, man, it's a good one, man. It's a banger. You can really use it for a lot of situations. So today I actually got two clones that we're going to compare and see which one is the best and which one is actually worth picking up. Are there any differences between the two? We're going to talk about it. But before we do that, y'all already know what it is, man. Gotta shout out all my new subscribers out there. If you're new, welcome. Over here on this side of YouTube, we talk about FFL, football, fragrance, lifestyle. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification, so that you can be updated anytime we drop this content. And to all my OG subscribers out there, my A1s since day ones. Salute, fam. Hope everything is good with you. Detour Noir versus White and Black. Let's go. Presentation. Now, I don't have Lacoste White and Black bottle. I have this decant. But if you look at the bottle, it's really just a black bottle, rectangular shape almost, with white and black on it. Detour Noir is a bottle, but bruh, this is a, the juice is immaculate, but this bottle is ugly, man. I'm gonna have to get a presentation to Lacoste White and Black. So that one, even though they both sell apart, presentation, I give presentation to White and Black. Let's talk notes. Up top, you got olibanum, Sicilian bergamot, as well as grapefruit. In the mid, we have cardamom, lavender extract, pink pepper, LM resin. And then in the base, we have vanilla and Broxton white cedar extract, tolobasum, and patchouli. And for Detour Noir, the notes are going to be up top, almond, jasmine, as well as cypress. In the mid, you got amber, cedar, heliotrope. In the base, vanilla, musk, as well as sandalwood. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray both of these, and we'll do Lacoste White and Black first. That way we can kind of talk about the experience of the fragrance. With the Lacoste White and Black, it is spicy, creamy, citrus opening. The spices for the most part is going to be coming from that pink pepper, whereas the citrus is going to be coming from the Sicilian bergamot and the grapefruit. That lavender extract brings everything together and gives it that creamy nature that you're used to having with Layton. So you do still have that there. But one of the differences that you have in White and Black is you have a little bit more of a spicier opening compared to Layton. You have much more of a fresher opening. White and Black is going to come off spicy and fresh in a way, whereas Layton normally comes off sweet and fresh. And then shortly after about 5 minutes of the initial opening with White and Black, it does have a period to where it goes a little bit flat. The bergamot goes away very fast in this, as well as the grapefruit. Now lavender still sticks around, but it's not as dominant and strong as it is in the initial opening. And really, once White and Black hits the base of the fragrance, it becomes hard to dictate what other smells are in there, because it's so soft. After that initial opening, you really can't pick up and detect too much more outside of those initial 5 minutes. Now, I don't know if I'm just going nose blind to it, but I do know that after about 5 minutes of spraying White and Black, it does come a little bit harder to detect what notes are coming out in the fragrance. Whereas with Detour Noir, you get a little bit more of a fresher opening. You're not gonna have a lot of those spices up top, and the sweetness from the almond is there almost immediately in the opening. Whereas in White and Black, it has a vanilla dry down. You have to wait for that sweetness to come out, and when it does, you really don't get too much of it. Whereas Detour Noir, that almond sweetness that you get is already in the opening. And for me, the opening is pretty balanced in Detour Noir. You get a nice almond, you also got some jasmine, you get a nice blast of cypress, and you do get a good amount of heliotrope as well in the opening. With all of those blending together very nicely, neither part of the opening overpowers the other outside of the freshness, and that's because you got it coming from two different variations. You got the jasmine and the cypress opening, heliotrope in the background, adds a little bit more. So the freshness is definitely going to be the more dominant aspect of it, but you can still pick up the almond, the cypress, the jasmine, the heliotrope, all individually in the opening. They do a good job of gelling and meshing together to create a nice formula. I like the opening in Detour Noir much more than I do in White and Black. And the opening in Detour Noir stays around a lot longer. And even as it's working its way through the mid and the dry down, especially through the mid, you still get a good dose of that cypress and almond combo. That almond and cypress combo listing stays around from the opening even through the mid. Now once it's the dry down, it does go a little bit more into of an earthier dry down, but it still maintains that almond sweetness, so it's not completely dominated by just earthy notes. Let's talk pass method and see which one of these has the better pass method of the two. Performance. Detour Noir, I'm getting anywhere from north of 8 hours. Most of the time I'm done at about 8 hours, but it's still projecting to where I know it can push further than that. Whereas with White and Black, I'm normally getting around 5 hours from the few times that I've worn White and Black. 5 to 6 hours is normally about the mark, and the sillage is a lot greater with Detour Noir, and it does a great job in projecting a lot better than what White and Black does. So performance is gonna go to Detour Noir. Accessibility. Now accessibility with this fragrance, Detour Noir is gonna be that online only fragrance. You can only find that on discounters for the most part. Whereas with White and Black, you can find it online, but you can find it in certain fragrance boutiques depending on where you're looking. So White and Black is gonna offer a little bit more versatility to where you can possibly smell it in the store. Whereas Detour Noir, you kind of have to already know what you're getting in the fragrance. So as far as accessibility goes, we're going to give the accessibility to White and Black. Scent profile. Now this one is dependent upon the person. White and Black is listed as an amber spicy fragrance, whereas Detour Noir is listed as an aromatic spicy fragrance. The spicy aspect is there, but you don't get much of the spicy aspect in Detour Noir, whereas in White and Black you get a lot more spicy. Detour Noir definitely comes off more aromatic, so it just depends on the person. Depends on which scent profile you like more. Me, I'm gonna go ahead and give the scent profile to Detour Noir because the almond opening mixed with the cypress just does a little bit more and is a lot more enjoyable than what the opening in White and Black gives me. Situations. With both of these, Clone and Layton, it's gonna be a very versatile fragrance. These are year-round fragrances, so you can wear them whenever you would like. Probably not in the high heat situations, but you can still wear it whenever you would like, especially when it comes to those evening, night times, situations where you can make great first impressions. So as far as the situations goes, I'm gonna have to say that this one is gonna be a tie because they're both cloning the same fragrance. So you would hope to be able to get the same situations out of each. Overall, out of the two, fam, I'm gonna have to give it to Detour Noir, man. Detour Noir is the superior Layton clone that's out there right now. Now, if y'all saw my rack store video from yesterday, y'all saw that I had Layton, and I compared them both. When it comes to the initial opening, Detour Noir is the closest opening to Layton that I've smelled. White and Black does not compete at all when it comes to the opening that Layton has. And if I'm just being honest, if you're somebody out there, if you're one of my true B.O.B. people and you really want to get Layton, but you don't want to pay the $300 to get it, you can get this and be fine. This is good juice. The only reason why I want to get Layton is because I really do like the original, even though they're both similar to Detour Noir. The original just has a little bit more density to it, has a little bit more depth, has a little bit more body. Take away that, Detour Noir still has the same body, because in the opening you really not gonna be able to tell the difference between the two as far as how dense they are or the ingredients that they use. They smell very similar in the opening. What you're gonna notice is that when it's working its way through the mid and the drawdown, that's where Detour Noir doesn't have that same projection and performance that Layton has. Layton does supersede it when it comes to the mid and the drawdown performance, but the smell is still gonna be the same. The only thing that changes is how big that scent bubble is gonna be around you. So if you're fine with not having a humongous scent bubble and still having that great Layton DNA, you can easily go with Detour Noir and this one will be fine. Bam. $40 compared to a $300 fragrance, I'll go with this one all day and I won't lose no sleep. But that's just my take on it, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Let me know if y'all think that I got this wrong. Do you prefer White and Black because of the spicy amber feel that it has coming up? Or do you actually enjoy the aromatic freshness and spiciness that comes in Detour Noir? Y'all know how I feel about it. My opinion ain't changing. I know which one I like. But I do like to hear y'all comments, so let me know down in the comment section which one out of these y'all prefer, or if y'all have another Layton clone that you think is just superior than both of these. But with all that being said, we about to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Stay on your square, stay on your purpose. Don't let nobody take you off of it. D4G, truly blessed, destined for greatness. We out. Greatness gang.